Now, as the Kenyan nation was treated to scandals and the confrontational politics about mega dams that are yet to be completed, Citizen TV went to the ground to find the genesis of the scandals. Tonight, Sam Ogina reports that changes in designs midstream and court cases between contractors and the Ministry of Water are at the center of the stalled Badasa and Umma dams in Marsabit and Kitui counties. Here is part one of our special feature, Sunken Billions.
A mountainous region at the heart of Marsabit forest that supposedly was to be Marsabit's saving grace to quench the thirst of a desert county with no permanent flowing rivers. That dream has become a mirage, lost somewhere in the thickets and bushes of the forest that was to be Badasa Dam.
Time like now, people are competing for the water points which are available, the few boreholes that are available.
When it dawns in Marsabit County, it means an odyssey, literally for both humans and their animals. A journey mostly taken by women here in search of water. Under the scorching heat, in the company of their beasts of burden, it is a struggle to survive in pursuit of a scarce resource.
Kuna shida ya maji, hakuna kushota maji, sina.
At various watering points, the queues here, a testament of the precarious situation Marsabit town finds itself in. From the young to the old, the stress of waiting to fetch water taking a toll on them, knowing full well this will be a routine in their lifetime. With every departing tuk-tuk full of water jerrycans, enters another one. Meanwhile, with only 3 taps serving a whole multitude, the amount of time spent here is heartbreaking. To some residents, it has become a full-time job, day in, day out, and you have to pay for it.
Zamani ni kidogo, ni umati ya watu ni kidogo. Lakini sasa umati ya watu ni kubwa. Watu wote wanatumia wapi? Hapo. Kwa hivyo sababu hiyo nakosa pesa.
Na hii mifugo, mbuzi, ng'ombe yote pali inakunywa ni wapi? Kule kwa msitu. Ile hali ya ongezeko la watu, ongezeko la mifugo, hii mambo yote imechangia kupungua kwa maji.
The animal traffic can bring the town to a standstill quite literally as they move in droves, trekking hundreds of kilometers deep into the forest for water. And the relief is quite telling once the floodgates are open to allow the animals in. For those that are not lucky to make the trip into the forest, they have to make do with shallow, depleted, dirty and muddy water pans. All this to get by the day's blazing heat. But just a few kilometers away from Marsabit town lies a White Elephant Dam project, a project that was designed and the contract awarded to Midrock Drilling Company in 2009 to be completed in 2.5 years. 10 years later, no dam. Billions sunk. With nearly 2.3 billion shillings literally sunk in the middle of Marsabit National Park for the construction of Badasa Dam, nearly a decade later, this is what to show for it. This as residents of Marsabit town and Marsabit County at large reel from scarcity of water. The dam was projected to serve at least 63,000 people in the drought-ravaged county. But on ground zero, it is an open pit with gullies running around it. At the center, a pillar being strangled by growing vegetation stands, maybe the only signal that the contractor was on the ground trying to do something. Even the ground here giving into the ravages of the same effect the dam was supposed to cure, drought.
We have got acute water shortage in Marsabit. Absolutely, people are dying. People have suffered a lot. There doesn't irrigation at Ngekwapo, if that project will be there. But we are dreaming. Those are miracles that we expect if those dams would have been revived and Ngekwa successful. I'm sure would have got shower, would have done a lot of irrigation, food security Ngekwa to Ngepanda. The area is very fertile.
So before completing, there were some technical issues. And I'm sure the contractor also doesn't have that technical capacity to do the work. So it didn't materialize.
Badasa Dam, if it was completed, it would have been enough to supply the whole town and the neighborhood. right? And it will have even been able to do some irrigation around. And people will have been able to grow some crops and put some food on the table. It will have been a huge relief.
With 2.3 billion shillings sunk for the construction of Badasa Dam, the contractor was paid another 935 million shillings in variations of design. The change of the dam design leading to the collapse of the project. The contractor was paid another 194 million shillings after the contract was terminated. Cumulatively, 1.2 billion shillings was paid to the contractor as government scavenges for another 2.3 billion shillings to restart the project to completion. 5.9 billion shillings will be the amount sunk in Badasa.
Here you can even grow coffee, it's a highland. But only that water is not reliable, you know.
Several hundreds of kilometers away lies another dam yet to take off. In Kitui's hinterland, trucks, earth movers, and other assortment of heavy machinery welcome you to the construction site of the then Umma Dam. Construction materials have been lying here for nearly 11 years now. The contract awarded to draft and develop engineers in December of 2008 with a 2-year implementation period. But 11 years down the line, forest cover has masked nearly all the foundation done here, tunnels and tunnels built for waterways competing with vegetation for prominence. Umma was allocated 824 million shillings, but with the design change, the contractor was paid another 312 million shillings. The project ran into headwinds, stalling in 2011, just 2 years into the project, resulting into another payout of 536 million shillings to the contractor after the contract was terminated, making additional payment amount to 848 million shillings. The Water Ministry now looking for 1.46 billion shillings to breathe life back into the project.
Wakifua hii mradi itakuwa ni fema kwa watu wote, sio mimi lakini kwa jumla watu wa hapa, wakaaji wapo wote watakuwa na nini na raha, kwa vile watakuwa wanapata maji tena, ni mimea yao itakuwa inafurahia nini.
It's my wish and hope that we will be able to we have prioritized this project and we'll be able to get the necessary resources to complete them. As we speak now, we haven't gotten any budgetary allocation, but we are looking forward that this will be given due consideration and we will be able to complete the works. It will take approximately 1 year to complete the outstanding works if resources are availed.
In tomorrow's Sunken Billions, the tale of a 28 billion shillings, Itare Dam facing the same fate of the decade-long stalled dam projects. Sam Ogina for Citizen TV.